Hey people, I am back in Denmark and I'm in my former room, old room that I had when I was yay high and yay old. And I have an update for you and I want to take you on a tour of this beautiful place. So come with me here and I'll show you around. Going out of my room and out the door, down, and looking at our beautiful spot in the backyard. Trees and plants. Have a little meadow. I've started to call it my dad's meadow here. Basically, just a beautiful spot here with a lake and a little shelter and pull-up bar. We got a little bridge and a little lake here. Benches, fireplace. Just a cool spot. Here's our shelter where I've slept the last couple of nights and will sleep most of the time while I'm here. And here's a little spot where you can eat and enjoy the peace in the sanctuary of birds and all kinds of things here. And it's good to be back. It's really good to be back, and I am happy about a lot of things. I have experienced many things over the past 2 months. I feel like I've not been blogging that much, so it's a good time to get a new one in. Last time I blogged with my brother Ben, and we were in Boston, and we were about to take the next stint to the Berkshires in basically 3 hours west of Boston, and basically a place where we had a little reunion with the people. I met Ben in Costa Rica, and the people we were with in Costa Rica, a few of them joined in for that weekend up there in the Berkshires. And the Berkshires just took my breath away. It's one of the most beautiful places I've been. It's a place where there's not that many people, it feels like. There's mountains, rivers, and lakes, and just beautiful nature all around. And it was just beautiful. There was just a different vibe there, and especially with the people there, made it even better. We were joined by Jeff and Ray, who are the twins I've been visiting in Houston, and we were also the hosts. Kimberly and Scott was there in their beautiful home, right in the woods, peaceful place. We were enjoying the hot tub at night with cold drinks, fireplace. We were hiking. We were out on a boat and everything. So I'll probably post a few pictures below here and fill you in, because it was just a magnificent trip. And that was a fantastic weekend. One of the highlights of the travels I've been in the last 4+ months. And from there I took a bus to Toronto in Canada, and the reason why I did that was because I was attending a Landmark Forum workshop. And before I went, I really didn't know what Landmark was, really. I had heard from a couple of people they have had fantastic experiences there, and the person that became my host while I was in Toronto, Kata, basically forced me a little bit into it, I guess. And I was ready. I was ready to leave a lot of the pain and the difficult things I've been through for a long time behind, and to move on. And it is the most effective and the most transformational experience I've had in my life. And especially when I consider all the conferences, workshops, and um, seminars that I've attended over the past 4.5 years, nothing compares to the effect that Landmark has, because it's so simple. It's down to earth. It's about life. It's about people. There was not one time where there was meditation, jumping up and dancing. There was not scientific science or information. It was just down to earth. It was dealing with your pain, your suffering that you've dealt with. You've been carrying the last many years for some people, and dealing with those stories that keeps running our life, and basically get rid of that. Obviously, you need to experience it to get what I'm saying, but it has freed me up. It has freed me up from not being run by stories and thoughts and things that are basically illusions anyway. But that awareness has basically shifted my life and created a freedom of looking forward to being able to enjoy possibilities, opportunities, and just look for that and not even have anything that holds you back. It's just a beautiful new outlook on life, and myself and my family, my friends, and what I'm doing. So it's just easier to live, and it's more fun and exciting because there's not much to worry about. There really isn't. And so yeah, in short, it's just transformational. It's awesome. And I'm gonna do another workshop with them, the second of 3 in their initial curriculum in the 3rd week of September in London, England, and I look forward to that. So, and I already know that I'm gonna do a lot more work with them, and maybe at someday I'm gonna speak for them. Who knows? So that was huge, fantastic 9 days I was in Toronto, and before I left Toronto, or when I left Toronto, I left to go to the UK, England, and more specifically Gloucester, which is west, about 2.5 hours west of London, I think, something like that. And visiting my family, our family friend Christian, who had 1 year of studying in Gloucester, and he is a fantastic person, a person who is from Denmark, but he basically took care of me and my brother when we were young, so he's basically a part of the family. And he lives in Bangladesh, and he is leading. He's one of the leaders for the LAMP project, which is basically a school and a hospital. And I believe they have a church there too, and basically helps people. And he's among poverty all the time. He has such a beautiful outlook on life. He's humble, has a lot of love and understanding, compassion for people and humanity, and he just a beautiful person we like a lot in my family, and person who's always welcome. He's gonna come to Denmark, and he's gonna come here for a week here next month. So I look forward to that in August. Yes. So yes, I was there, and I had for the longest distance I've ever done with my body, which was a 30-mile bike ride around the hills of Gloucester, and that was tough, especially when you have a bike where the seat is not tall enough for you, and yeah, my legs were quite in what do you say, burning, or in very poor condition during that ride, but I never gave up, and it was fun, and he was definitely a lot better shape than I was, because he's doing that ride often, so very good stuff. It was awesome. And then I left to go to Denmark and spent the first night with my brother in Copenhagen, and then came back here to this beautiful home in Odense, the middle island of the 3 that connects Denmark. 2 experiences that I had when I arrived in England. I had a shampoo explosion in the little pouch on top of my backpack. So that whole thing was covered with shampoo, and smelled really nice. And then when I landed in Copenhagen, it looked the top half of my backpack looked like a snowman because my shaving cream has been exploding. So it's just white all over the freaking place, and but you know what? I was not upset one time. Not one time did I react. I just responded to the situation as it was, and that's when I saw that I live already what I got taught at Landmark. I was not reacting whatsoever to anything. I was just there, being present with it. And I think a lot of times I would usually get really mad about it, be upset, but I wasn't, and I'm proud of that. Even though it could look like a silly thing, it's some of those proofs that you get when you begin living your life outside of the Landmark Forum. So yeah. If anyone want to talk about it with me, please let me know, because it's just fantastic. I'll recommend everybody doing it, going through the Landmark Forum. It will transform your life. That's in short what they help you do, and they don't do it for you. You transform your own life with how it is all done and how you are interacting in the forum. So just amazing. Yes, so this actually ends my trip for 4.5 months, and now I am here for the next 2 months at least, in terms of the going back to the UK for a week doing the advanced course with Landmark, and until then I'll know what my next step is. I might go to I could go to London, to the UK for a year to live, because there's a lot I want to work on with Landmark, and I can also go to New Zealand, and there's a couple other places that I might be able to go to. I know I won't be home in Denmark for more than 2 to 3 months, and maybe, depending on what happens, not much longer than that. So, but there's a direction on, and I got to structure everything I'm doing. I have so many balls in the air, and I just want to get clear on things, and it's the most beautiful place to be in to do that. And so awesome to be around my parents again, be home in where I grew up, and enjoy this peaceful spot, which it is. So I'm gonna do a lot of reading and writing here, and just get back and go nuts with everything. And that's my message to you too. You know, there is so many possibilities out there for you to do whatever you want to do, and as soon as you end the stories that are in your head that you can't do this and that, you're not good enough, that you don't have enough money and all that, when you let that go and end those stories, life opens up. And it's possible without the Landmark Forum, but it's even more possible going through the Landmark Forum. And I can't talk about that enough. It's just, I've seen people transform when I was there. People in deep pain. People who have been in pain for their entire life, and just transforming in just 5 days. I've never seen anything like that, and it's just basic. It's about integrity, authenticity, and basic, simple life principles. So with that, I'm gonna enjoy all of this, and if you want to come visit me, you can bunk right next to me in the shelter behind me. And until then, I will actually be waiting for a friend, Ben, my brother, Leesman. He is gonna be here the 22nd in a few days in August, so that's gonna be fun. And with that, be well and safe on your unique journey. Let me know if I can do anything for you, help you in any way. And until then, just be free, and end the stories in your head, and go out there and create all the possibilities for your life that you want, because it's there for the taking. So enjoy it all. Be well. See you next time.